Hey, career professionals. Okay. All right. So I want to jump on here today to talk to you about LinkedIn profiles in this quick video. And so I just finished up a call with the client, and I realized that everyone in this group would want to know this information as well on how to leverage your LinkedIn profile. So I wanted to jump in here today. If you're watching live, go ahead and type live, and if you're watching the replay, go ahead and type replay for me. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. And so without a LinkedIn profile, you essentially will not be able to leverage one of the largest social media networks where recruiters and hiring managers, job seekers, and business owners and everything like that, they hang out. And that's what it's really 80% of the time what it's mostly about. And so without a LinkedIn profile, you are really decreasing your chances of actually getting a job in the quickest, shortest time frame possible. And so let me know in the comments, do you guys have your LinkedIn profile set up already? Did you update your summary, update your experience section? Tell me a little bit about that. And so the first thing that you want to focus on LinkedIn, and I'll save this one for last because this is that one is like kind of important. That will really help you leverage the responses that you get in your LinkedIn network and across different social media platforms. But and so the first thing that you want to do is, so your LinkedIn profile is more than what you post on the forefront. So your employment history is your employment history. Your about me section should be written in first person, and so on and so forth. You can add these symbols to your profile and things like that, right? And so your LinkedIn profile is more about what you actually do with it once your profile is actually complete. And so the effort that you put into it on a consistent basis when you're reaching out to recruiters and things like that. And so the first thing that you want to do is you want to turn on your job alerts. Your job alerts are going to help you stay in a loop as far as when new companies post positions, but it also gives you an idea of what other job titles you can search for, essentially mainly because different companies are going to have different titles for the same exact job duties. And so you'll start to see, you can do your research on LinkedIn and start to see what type of job titles are showing up across the board within your industry. And so that just made me think of, you should be 100% clear about the industry that you want to pursue before you move forwards with writing your resume or updating your LinkedIn profile. And so as you continue to move forwards with looking at different jobs and things like that, job alerts, that just opens the door for hundreds of jobs that you can actually apply for that's within your industry, because now you have the tools, you have you've done the research within your industry to find out what job titles they actually are, looking for you under. And so, or they're, posting their job descriptions under. And so you can go on all the other job boards and set up job alerts for all those job titles on all the other job boards. These are essentially things that you only have to do one time. And so you can just pick a day, go on all the job boards and type in all of your job titles and set up job alerts there. And this is why you want to make sure also that you have a separate job search related email address. And so the second thing that you want to do is you want to leverage the connections that you already have within your LinkedIn network. I know one of my clients has 30 connections and she found a job. I have another client who I talked to today. He has 200 connections. I have other clients that have like 15,000 or more connections. And so it's not really in the number of connections that you have, it's the quality of your connections. And so what you can do is you can go and take a look at you can go over and take a look at the amount of connections that you have, but also check to see if those people are people that you want to reach out to have information or interviews with. You can even narrow it all the way down to the company. I could share with you more information about that if you'd like to. And then essentially you want to go ahead and reach out to them and schedule information or interviews with them to learn more about them, why they chose to work for that company, and so on and so forth. And if you want that step-by-step script, you can go ahead and, if you are in the LinkedIn program, you can go ahead and check out the script that's listed in that program to start reaching out to them. And so essentially you want to make this process as easy and as simple as possible as you possibly can. Reaching out to people on a consistent basis is something that you're going to have to do, consistently going forwards anyway. In order for you to reach a new goal, you have to start a new goal in your job search. You have to make sure that you start connecting with more people. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your industry either. And so start connecting with more people every single day. You should be on the phone with someone. You should be emailing someone. You should be following up with someone else, and so on and so forth. You should be updating your resume accordingly. And so simplify that process, and then you'll find that the stuff is going to repeat itself, and it's going to be second nature to you. And so I did have a book that just came to mind, and it's about goal setting. I'll share it below this video. And so it's about how to reach any goal within 88 days. And I think that would be a good fit if you are in the LinkedIn program. I'll share that link below this video once it has ended. And so the final thing that I want to share with you is about posting on social media. And so we'll just start with LinkedIn first. When you post on your LinkedIn profile, you want to post things that are job search related, of course. And then you could post some like family things here and there, but you want to post. If you don't post on LinkedIn, people won't get a chance to see you at all on your LinkedIn profile. You won't show up in the algorithm. You won't be seen by recruiters and hiring managers. So that's why it's really more important, not so much important what you put on the forefront of your LinkedIn profile, but what you do with it. How are you scheduling your information or interviews? How often are you talking to people? Are you being consistent in your process, your marketing strategy that you put together for yourself? And are you being consistent with the posts that you're sharing on your LinkedIn profile? Are you letting people know that you're open to a new high-paying job? Are you letting people know that you're struggling with your job search? Are you letting people know that you just applied for a job? Are you reaching out so other people can celebrate you? Just like here in this group, I always say share with your accomplishments and things like that, because when times do get rough, you can take a look back and see what it is that you actually did so far up until this point, and that'll help you continue to move forwards. If you don't celebrate yourself, celebrate your accomplishments, then you'll fall into this, job search depression or this job search rut, feeling like you're not getting anywhere when essentially you've done a lot up until this point. And the biggest mistake I see, or the biggest heartbreak that I see, is people typically, they get into this groove of being, really consistent with their job search, and then all of a sudden they quit. And that's usually around that 3 or 4 month mark, and it typically takes our clients between 1 week and 4 months to find a job. But it's usually somewhere between that 3 and 4 month mark when people start to give up and not really being consistent about their strategy that they're using. And that's really heartbreaking, because I can really see you reaching that goal, and when you give up, it makes it harder for either myself or another career coach to pick up where you left off, if you don't keep in touch, or if you're not staying consistent with your search. So make sure that you stay consistent, not for me, but for you, so that you can reach your goal as you continue to move forwards. And so posting on social media is going to be very important across the board. There are HR managers, recruiters, there are employees that are leaving positions left and right, that are starting businesses, that are quitting their jobs, and starting work from home positions, or work from home businesses and things like that. If you let them know that you're looking for a position, you can walk right into that job. You can walk right into a new high-paying job just like that without even having a tailored resume to a new job description and all that. And so when I left my last position, someone told me that they were looking for a position that was similar to mine, that wasn't as demanding, so they can start a new job where they can go to school and start a new business where they can help people and don't have that time commitment. And guess what? They got hired into a position, and before I left, I actually trained them on everything that they needed to do before they left. My boss didn't have to do anything, and the rest was history. So what you put out in the social media network can really give you leverage as you continue to move forward with your search. And so let me know in the comments, what is your next step as you continue to move forwards with your job search. And also let me know what is your biggest challenge right now with your search. Are you having trouble? Why is your job search failing? Or how have you been successful with your search? And what it is that how can we celebrate you? And I'll see you guys in the next video.